ready.
Yeah.
All these have an effect on the quality and strength of your Wi-Fi.
How do you know this stuff?
You need to check Telem. They have mesh devices that allow you to create your own smart Wi-Fi network to cover your entire home. It's a few small devices working together like a team to cover your entire house with strong Wi-Fi signal. Super easy. Here, I get one from Telem today. Download the app from your phone app store, plug in the device, and plug into the modem. When light blinks blue, it's ready to pair via the app. Go to app, click next, and follow the instruction. Place the second device where you need coverage. Boom, now you're covered. Telem makes it super easy. They offer convenient payment plans of just $12 a month. My guy, and if you opt to get the fiber plan, they'll come and install it for you. Guess what? For free.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna get my smart Wi-Fi plan today.
Right. Let's do this thing.
Today itself.
Get your smart Wi-Fi from Telem today.
Right here, and it's all about live morning, morning live, live morning.
Live morning.
It's the Monday thing, you know.
We're alive today, that's for a fact.
Yes,
that's
we're
for certain.
You know how it is. Now, a lot has been happening over the weekend. How was your weekend, eh?
It was really good. How was yours?
It was tiring.
It went by fast though.
Like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, gone, just like that. Anyway, let's look at some of your top stories. What's going to be trending? Well, that's been trending since yesterday. 3 arrested for disturbing the peace, apparently. Now, I don't know if you know this, but loitering is an actual crime in St. Martin, believe it or not.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. Is it really? Yes, it is.
I've seen people loiter all over. They loiter outside Tappan Still. They loiter outside the gas station. They loiter in Maho at the
Everybody
supermarket.
chilling. Yeah, apparently you're not allowed to gather just like that.
So where can I stand up? Only in the neighborhood on my street?
Well, not where these guys were. Apparently 3 persons were arrested over the weekend. The St. Martin Police Force responded to several noise complaints during the early morning hours on Saturday, July the 26th, leading to the arrest of 3 individuals for public disturbance and resisting the arrest. Now, around 2 a.m., Hailey.
Yeah.
You loitering at 2 a.m.?
No, I'm probably inside the club.
Why you just don't go somewhere else?
Like, I'm probably gonna still be inside somewhere until they shut the place down. Loitering happens between 4, 5, and 6.
Apparently, 2 a.m. in the morning, the Central Dispatch received multiple calls from residents in the Fort William area, a residential area even, reporting a group of men playing extremely loud music from vehicles parked in the neighborhood. Officers responded promptly and encouraged approximately 6 individuals after informed that the noise was disturbing the residents. The men complied and the police instructions and left the area. However, later that night, police were dispatched dispatched this time to Carrefour parking lot near the Churchill roundabout.
So they just moved from one district to the next.
From one district to the next, Hailey. They moved from one to the next. Following additional complaints from the cul-de-sac community upon arrival, officers found the same group playing loud music from their vehicles. They issued a stern warning, and continued violations would result in legal action. Despite the warning, at 4 a.m., I gone.
I cannot.
At 4 a.m. in the morning.
Again.
The officers returned to find out that the group still at Carrefour parking lot with loud music ongoing. When police moved to arrest one of the individuals for failing to comply with a lawful order and disturbing the peace, several members of the group became aggressive. Ooh, so you want me bold with it too. The officers were threatened and attempts were made to obstruct the arrest, and backup units were called in, and the situation was brought under control. Now, 3 individuals identified with the initials NDAR and LJ were arrested for public disturbance, resisting arrest, and non-compliance with police orders. They're actual things that they can lock you up with, by the way. They were taken to the Phillipsburg police station for processing, and each issued a fine releasing pending further investigation. Additionally, one suspect vehicle was confiscated as part of the case. Wait.
It was probably the head guy's car that was confiscated.
Yeah, but why are you taking a vehicle for... Listen, they make a bunch of noise. The car didn't do anything, or the car was actually making the noise.
But, you know, they could have just gone Pondville or somewhere desolate, or gone behind the zoo. You know, like, that's where people go when they want to loiter. I don't know about down in the state. Sorry, like, I grew up in that neighborhood. I remember all the kids in the block when they were, like, late at night would sneak out the house, go in that little ring road section in the back there. Go find places like that if you want to disturb the peace, okay? Because this is a lot of residential areas. Or just go out at night.
Or stay home. And blast in your confines of your home.
Maybe soundproof your house a little bit and then blast it out, but don't go and disturb, and don't get caught by the police 2 and 3 times. That's just ridiculous.
Basically, so
That's
KPSM underscores the despite behavior, especially during the late hours. The public is urged to cooperate with the law enforcement and respect the rights of others and enjoy quiet in their homes. They report disturbance or suspicious activity, call 930 or 54222222. I hope I get all those twos.
22222.
Hailey.
Yes. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about Calvin Martinborough right now. So Calvin recently crushed the competition, earning first place in both men's physique open class B and the 35+ category. Now that's a double whammy at one of the most competitive events on the circuit. After 4 months of intense training and preparation, Calvin made the trip to Jacksonville with his father by his side. And when he stepped on that stage, boy, was he ready. All that hard work showed off. It really did. Not only were the judges impressed, the crowd was impressed as well. Everybody was pumped, and Calvin made it clear that he's a serious contender in the World Physique competition. He also had the chance to meet the bodybuilding legend Dexter Jackson himself, yes, Mr. 2008, Mr. Olympia, who shared some powerful advice on the success on the sport. Now, Calvin says he's grateful for the continued support from his family, his coach, and sponsors like the Princess Group of Companies and the Princess Juliana International Airport. And while his victory is sweet, he's not stopping there. Next up, 2 more international competitions before the end of the year. Calvin's locked in, fired up, and ready to keep pushing forward. So if you want to follow along with his journey, check him out on social media. Just search at @ProducerCali1000. And congratulations, Calvin. Keep lifting, keep grinding, and keep making us proud.
Last time, who do we want for our overall men's physique? Who out there wants number 65, Jonathan Miller? Anybody holding up number 78, Calvin Martinborough? How about number 67, Ryan Wainwright? Coming out strong is Stefano Pagani. Our winner, the 2025 NPC Dexter Jackson Classic overall men's physique title. That goes to number 84, Stefano Pagani.
Congratulations to Calvin Martinborough. I think it's pretty cool that he could do all of that.
No, really, it's
the
impressive.
flexing of the muscles and the diet.
That takes a lot of work. It does. To train.
You know, just thinking about it got you tired, right?
Yeah, man. Honestly, of course, I eat a lot of protein and stuff, but I don't train. But I eat like an athlete sometimes, and I think I get tired just eating all that food, you know. So I can't imagine what he goes through.
He goes through a rigorous diet. In other news, French President Emmanuel Macron is making headlines across the globe after announcing that France will officially recognize the state of Palestine.
Incroyable.
Yeah.
Incroyable.
Yeah. But here on the island of St. Martin, the impact of the historic decision is expected to be largely symbolic. In a national televised address on July the 25th, Macron called the move a moral and diplomatic necessity, citing that growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza and a long-stalled peace process. It said that France will do what is right, even when it's difficult. The recognition makes France the first G7 country and a permanent member of the UN Security Council to formally back Palestine's statehood. Macron reiterated his support for a two-state solution, one that ensures that Israel's security and the sovereign Palestinian state. Despite the significance of the announcement on the world stage, the French overseas collectivity of St. Martin is not expected to see any changes in the day-to-day governance or legal structure. While foreign policy decisions from Paris technically apply here, actual implications are rare unless tied to specific administrative and economic measures. For now, though the consensus is clear, Macron's decision will likely remain a topic for civic debate and online discussion without altering life on the ground here in St. Martin. All eyes now are on the United Nations General Assembly in September, where France is expected to formally recognize it on the global stage.
The time and place is set. France will recognise the state of Palestine in September at the United Nations. After teasing the prospect for months, France's President Emmanuel Macron made the announcement on social media.
True to its historic commitment to a just and lasting peace in the Middle East, I've decided that France will recognise the state of Palestine. I will make the solemn announcement at the UN General Assembly next September. The urgency today is to end the war in Gaza and provide aid to the civilian population. Peace is possible.
As a supporter of the two-state solution, Macron has repeatedly defended the merits of his approach for the Palestinians, but also for the Israelis.
I believe in the future of a two-state solution as the basis for a regional security architecture that will allow Israel to live in peace and security with its neighbours. I believe in a need to unite our voices in Paris, London and everywhere else to recognise a state of Palestine and initiate this political dynamic, which is the only one consistent with the prospect of peace.
The UK has not yet committed either way to the French president's invitation, but both the US and Israel are firmly opposed to such a move. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu denounced it as a reward for terror.
We strongly condemn President Macron's decision to recognize a Palestinian state next to Tel Aviv in the wake of the October 7th massacre. Such a move rewards terror and risks creating another Iranian proxy, just as Gaza became.
The Palestinian Vice President, however, hailed Emmanuel Macron's announcement, as did Palestinians living in the West Bank.
This is a very important step, and we have been waiting for it for a long time. We thank the Republic of France for this decision, and we hope it translates into action.
In total, 147 countries recognise the state of Palestine. This number has been growing. Last year, 9 countries, including Spain, Norway and Ireland, formally recognised the state, each time drawing strong condemnation from Israel.
Now, that's a major step.
Yeah, it's really, honestly, like I said, c'est incroyable, because that's it's going to create a ripple effect for the rest of the G7 countries to recognize the Palestinian statehood. It's going to give a chance for people to start really, imposing a different way on Israel, because Israel's kind of been getting away with murder, literally.
Literally?
Literally, okay?
Yeah.
And this is the most broadcasted genocide in this day since the last genocide that took place in Yugoslavia. So, you know, it's really imperative that we do something, because I don't want to watch the news anymore every time those videos come up.
It's
so devastating.
It's too scary.
I've cried a couple of times watching them, and I feel for my Palestinian brothers and sisters on the island. And yeah, it's got to stop.
And they go through persecution on a daily basis too.
It's ridiculous.
Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we got more Morning Live.
See you in a few.
I'm calling my heart, calling my heart, calling my
Here in St. Martin, we take pride in our island and want the world to see us, to hear us, and to dream about us.
Yeah, it's here, certainly. Oh my God, this gotta be the first place with these now. Yeah, this is it. Can I get this one printed, please?
Of course, let me get it ready for you. Here you go.
Thank you, bro. Like, this was really quick and I appreciate it because I'm on the run. Have a good one.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Now, Hailey, what you got for me?
All right, well, in a major development on the global trade front, the United States and European Union have reached a framework trade agreement, and a move that's eased tensions and averted a much larger trade war between two of the world's biggest economic allies. Now, under the deal, the US will impose a 15% tariff on most EU goods. That's half of the originally threatened rate. The agreement is being hailed as a diplomatic compromise that helps avoid further escalation between two trading powers that together count for nearly 1/3 of the global trade. Now, officials on both sides are calling this a step toward a renewed economic cooperation after months of mounting pressures and tariff threats that had global markets on edge. While the details of the agreement are still being finalized, the lower tariff rates signals a willingness to rebuild trust and stabilize one of the world's most critical trade relationships.
We have good news. We've reached a deal. It's a good deal for everybody, I believe. And I think you were saying this is probably the biggest deal ever reached in any capacity, trade or beyond trade. They're agreeing to open up their countries to trade at zero tariff. So that's a very big factor. Opening up their countries, all of the countries will be opened up to trade with the United States at zero tariff.
We have a trade deal between the two largest economies in the world. And it's a big deal, it's a huge deal. It will bring stability, it will bring predictability. That's very important for our businesses on both sides of the Atlantic. It's 15% tariffs across the board, all inclusive. The investments Mr. President just described that going to go to the United States and the purchases over there. Indeed, basically the European market is open. It's 450 million people. So it's a good deal.
It's an amazing deal. It's a great deal. It's the best deal ever. 50% is the only one that does that. You know?
Yeah, you know what killed me is like when with the beautiful bill lately, the rhetoric has been killing me. It's a beautiful bill, I promise, I swear, everything inside there is great, it's beautiful. Like the names that he's coming up for things.
It's amazing, it's great, it's the best ever.
It's a time to be alive right now. It's really, I laugh when I watch it.
Let's get back to St. Martin. Now, there's a big jump in car activity at Port of St. Martin, and it's driving both excitement and concern across the island. Now, new data shows that the vehicle imports surged by 76% in the first 5 months of 2025 compared to the same period last year. Now, from January through May, over 1,160 vehicles were imported, up from just 659 during that time in 2024. And it's not just imports, it's cars moving through the island on their way to other destinations. What's called transit activity also saw major growth. Trans-in numbers rose 32% and transit out more than doubled, jumping to 86%. That signals more trust in the island's port and regional hub. So what does it mean? On the plus side, it's a strong economic momentum. Residents and businesses clearly feeling confident enough to invest in new vehicles. The increased port activity also boosts government's revenue and reinforces St. Martin's position as a key transshipment point in the Caribbean. But it's all not smooth driving ahead. More vehicles could mean more traffic congestion, especially on the island already dealing with a limited road space and a long backups, particularly during the tourism high season. There's also an issue of infrastructure strain. Roads, parking lots, and public spaces weren't designed to handle this kind of vehicle growth. And let's not forget the environmental costs. For increased emissions to rising noise levels, for a small island already vulnerable to climate change, this raises some serious sustainable questions. One thing is clear, the question is, are we ready for the traffic?
No, we're not ready. We're already dealing with so much traffic. Like, God forbid, no more traffic. Can we do like what the Grand Cayman does and they just do like scooters for everyone and 1 car per household rule or something like that? Because I can't.
I know. The more cars, the worse. And you know, based on the numbers you can see, it nearly doubled. And that's the scary part.
But you know, like that's probably why we have so much traffic right now, because like to sit in my car for 2-3 hours just to make it like 5 blocks down the road is ridiculous.
And what do? You go and you
I take
go
shortcuts.
Oh yeah?
I'm shortcut queen. My favorite thing in the world is to have people that are not from St. Martin sit in traffic with me and be like, no, we're not doing this. Let me show you a shortcut, like a real deal Holyfield local shortcut. And I shortcut my way out of as much as I can.
I remember they had the best way to deal with, let's say, for example, the St. Peter's traffic when there's school.
I don't miss that at all.
You don't miss it, right?
I don't miss that at all.
No, they had the best solution for that was to bring your kids to the sports complex and let the school buses pick up the kids there and bring them into St. Peter's. That was the best suggestion ever. And what happened? They ignored it.
Or maybe you just like wake your kids up a little bit earlier, send them down the block to go wait by the Chinese and catch the bus like everybody else.
No. You know how many people don't believe in sending their kid on public transportation?
I mean, listen, I had a great experience riding the bus when I went to Academy. I had like 2 tree bus drivers. The one that I rode the most was Ronnie. I remember.
Oh, you're Ronnie, okay.
I remember waking up early in the morning to catch Ronnie when he's going up Middle Region, so I could take that long bus ride and listen to my music. Cause like he comes around Madam Estate now before he goes into cul-de-sac. So we would wake up early.
Look at you remembering.
I remember this was like 10 years ago, and I still remember that. Ronnie was like, there are some other great bus drivers like Marlon from Coal Bay with the nice bus. I remember him. I remember the Point Blanche bus was very nice too, but I only would take the Point Blanche bus when I had to go to my mom and dad's restaurant in Bobby's Marina. I remember all of this. But really, look at me, right? Look at my complexion. I had no problem riding the bus. Yes, I had some girls pull my beautiful curly hair when they were jealous of me, but I had no problems. I was able to listen to my music. I was isolated. I was unbothered. I was very happy, and I had a great time. So parents, save yourself the trouble. Save us the traffic in the morning.
They ain't hearing nothing you saying.
Wake your children up a little bit earlier.
Do you know the amount of fights that happen on buses? The bullying that happens on buses?
That's nonsense. That's nonsense because these bus drivers won't tolerate that. Like Ronnie especially, I'm sorry. If some nonsense was happening on the bus, Ronnie would stop the bus, he would pull aside, and he would get up out of his seat and he'd start cussing people out. So you know, maybe this generation is just soft and they're all trying to sit down and insult each other or what. But I know for a fact that when I went to high school, the fights were not like that. If you got into a fight, it's because you were provoking someone and you were asking for it. Simple.
You know what I did?
Simple.
What I did for my time during the bus, and I come from Nando time, I come from, because I lived in Coal Bay, so I had to go from Coal Bay to St. Peter's, to Milton Peters College. And I made it very simple. I sat in front. I was one of those
sat
kids.
in the back. I
was one of those kids who sat
all the way
in front.
back. I was a backseat girl. I sat down in the back. I had the widest window. I needed the window open because my hair was always wet on my way to school, and I was like, I need my hair to dry so I could.
And when did they find the time to pull your hair?
After lunch, when they saw that I'd have a billboard with my nice curly hair on it, and I had my hair red, and they couldn't dye their hair red because they just didn't have natural hair colors. I'm sorry, I was born a redhead, so like, yeah, I can actually get away with dyeing my hair red. Other people, they can't.
Oh.
They can't.
When we come back, we do the wrap up. Let's go into our final commercial break.
Those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time.
I'm having trouble with my internet. It's dropping in my bedroom and the kitchen.
Problem in your internet is your Wi-Fi. You see, things like the size of your house, the building materials you use, like concrete walls, whether you have multiple floors. And let's not forget the distance between your modem and your devices, like your computer, your phone, TV. All these have an effect on the quality and the strength of your Wi-Fi.
How do you know this stuff?
You need to check Telem. They have mesh devices that allow you to create your own smart Wi-Fi network to cover your entire home. It's a few small devices working together like a team to cover your entire house with strong Wi-Fi signal. Super easy. Here, I get one from Telem today. Download the app from your phone app store, plug in the device, and plug into the modem. When light blinks blue, it's ready to pair via the app. Go to app, click next, and follow the instruction. Place the second device where you need coverage. Boom, now you're covered. Telem makes it super easy. They offer convenient payment plans of just $12 a month. And my guy, and if you opt to get the fiber plan, they'll come and install it for you. Guess what? For free.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna get my smart Wi-Fi plan today.
Hey, let's do this thing.
Today itself.
Get your smart Wi-Fi from Telem today.
All right.
So Andrew, what's going on with We Lunch?
How you just come back and you're ready to go? You just, what's going on with
What's going on with We Lunch? I've been waiting a while to ask you. What's going on?
Yes, so over the weekend, We Lounge was closed down by TIAT inspectors. Now, this is what we know so far. If you have I have to do it like we in school, guys. If you have a business and you are registered, give me any district.
Let's say you're registered in Kupakoi.
Kupakoi. Okay, so if you're registered in Kupakoi and you have a business license,
Yeah.
and you try to move to Phillipsburg in order to do that same business, so you close down shop in Kupakoi, and then afterwards, you move to Phillipsburg. What's the first thing you do, Hailey?
Well, I would go to the what's that? Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
And declare the change of address, and then go to the census office and also do the supporting documents to prove the change of the address. Don't you have to declare the change of address?
Yes. Apparently, that was not done. They did not change the address of an existing business that is in Maho, and they moved to next to Pineapple Pete in Coal Bay. So you would think that it was something that they did, but they did not do that. So therefore, the business was closed down by inspector until they have their shit together.
But why do I get the feeling that a lot of businesses have done this, but they're just the first ones to get caught doing that?
Ooh, you so smart, Hailey. Yeah, it happens. No, but seriously speaking, the inspectors came. They tried to work with them because they had a special event on the Friday. However, they prematurely opened on the Thursday after they was warned, and therefore they had to close down their doors until they get their documents fixed. This one we can't blame on the inspectors.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like somebody's not paying their dues.
Hailey.
You would just leave it like that.
I would have just leave it like that.
Just leave it like that.
Yeah.
Due diligence. Due diligence, guys.
Yeah.
Due diligence.
So that's why it's closed for now. However, it's going to reopen as soon as they get their shit together.
Knowing them and that team, shout out to the We Lounge team, great family, fun times. They're working hard on it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure of that.
They're gonna get their stuff together and they're going to be reopened just like nothing.
Like nothing.
Yeah, because some people thought it was a district situation and that Tiat is busy closing down the businesses all over. Oh my God, the horror. No. It's just a technical mishap. That's what I call it.
You know, I wish the inspectors were so like on top of going to the grocery stores and, you know, doing something about the outrageous grocery prices. I wish inspectors were more on top of like rent control and, you know, eliminating high rental prices and not outpricing people. You know, let's focus our attention more on that. Like leave the nightclub and the nightlife owners alone for a little bit because everybody's got families to feed. They all got mouths to feed. They all have to put money into different, you know, channels and pay bills and stuff. Like, do you know how expensive it is to run a nightclub? The costs that come with it, the overhead. So, you know, give them a little bit, give them a slap on the wrist and let them open back up, okay?
Go to the Chinese restaurants, go to the Chinese supermarket, go to all the other businesses, compare the prices, inspectors, and see if we getting screwed.
Leave our nightlife people alone. We got bigger fish to fry. We got more important things to worry about. We have enough stress on our plate. I would like to go to the grocery store and get at least 5 bags of groceries with $30. Can we go back to that instead of being like spending $20 on just enough items to make one meal? Please, can we go back to that? And I'm a smart shopper, by the way. So imagine the frustration I feel when I go out and I can't afford to make simple, mundane meals off of like little, simple, mundane change. So
$30? Where are you shopping?
No,
1 and 2 and 3 and more?
Listen, Coca-Cola is expensive. Like when you shop at Carrefour now, even with the AUC, because I'm shout out to AUC by the way, staff. I'm a staff at AUC. Even with my little AUC discount, it's not enough, okay? And everything just racks up. Meat has gone up, dairy has gone up, butter has gone up. Eggs are like $6, $7 a pack now. Bread is $4 or $5 a pack now. That's why I'm sticking to like Carrefour bread and Carl's and Son. You know, I'm baking bread at home right now. Like that's where we're at right now. Okay. I have my dear male companion at home making Cuban bread for me, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like I can start making Cuban food at home now. But like literally, like we're gonna go back to that time where we're gonna start sourcing things ourselves. We're gonna have chickens in our backyard again. We're gonna start doing all that stuff because it's just becoming too expensive to exist in society right now, and I can't.
Do you know how much it costs to maintain a chicken though? Like, come on though.
I've seen people do it though. Like, have you had the chickens from Simpson Bay? Have you tried the chickens from Melford Hazel when he used to have his chickens? Have you tried them? They're actually pretty good.
No, I'm not that old.
Shout out to all the local farmers and people who are really taking that step forward to make St. Martin.
Shout out to the agriculturalists.
Agricultural sector on the island. You know who you are. Shout out to the Arrow Roots farm over there in Oyster Pond. Yeah, they have really nice.
Where are all these places? You gotta bring me.
I gotta take you.
You gotta bring me.
I also gotta take you to the French side at Emmanuel's farm, Orange Grove. Yep.
I need to see these places.
So nice. Like, and he has his own like.
So it comes down to the inspectors.
The inspectors
just please.
Are like, please, like, just start like make my life easy. Make my life easy. So when you see me in the nightclub and I serve you, I'm happy. You're happy. There's a happy exchange. Because right now I'm frustrated when I work because I can't make ends meet. You know, like it's something's not working. So we need to change that.
We need to do it better.
We need to change that. We got to make it better. We got to make society, we need to make life easier for our society, because then the robberies are going to keep happening. People are going to start doing crazy things. We're going to have more biker boys doing nonsense. We're going to see more owners and shop owners and robberies and stuff like that happen. So let's do what we can to appease that.
Monday wishes. Give them their Monday wishes
Monday
before we
wishes?
go. Yeah.
Monday wishes. I wish you all an amazing week. I hope you all have a very productive week and you make a lot of money and that you wake up and put your best foot forward. And remember, if you fall down 7 times, you got to stand up 8. This is what I tell myself.
I like that.
Boom.
I like that.
That was a Chinese proverb, by the way.
We're coming back on Wednesday. We see you on Wednesday, all right?
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva